Hi, it's a nursing professor. Just want to introduce myself to you all and let you know some of the things that I've actually done in nursing. So I started out in neuro ICU at a major hospital and learned quite a bit there. However, it was very uncomfortable for me because RNs did not look like me. Then I went back to a community hospital and worked in cardiac tele and had a very great experience there. I've done home care, loved home care. I think it's so important because people don't live in a hospital, they live at home. I've done occupational health nursing for the federal government. In particular, I was one of the federal occupational health nurses for Congress. And so whenever Congress is in, there is a whole healthcare team that has to be in session along with them. So all of those state of unions and things like that, then I was able to attend. So that was pretty fun. Community health, did a lot of community health, worked on a mobile van, worked in various clinics. Also during COVID, I worked in the hotels in Washington, D.C. That were used to house people who had COVID and did not have homes. And so that was very, very interesting at that time. Also worked, of course, in flu and COVID clinics. Worked for a major transportation company where we took care of employees at that point. I think they might have had like 4,500 employees, and they have to meet certain standards in order to operate like buses and trains and things like that for the safety of the patron, us that take public transportation. Also had the pleasure of taking care of many, many famous people as a private duty nurse. And I won't tell you the names because you're not going to get me in HIPAA. But what I did learn from that is people are people, especially when they're sick. They're people. They just happen to have different roles. And so that was quite enjoyable and rewarding. I mean, they really took care of me pretty well. Worked as a long-term care supervisor, a nurse educator in long-term care community, done curriculum design for new schools. Currently, I am full-time faculty at one of the universities, and I also work as an appeals nurse. Just want to take a second to tell you what an appeals nurse does because I don't think many people know this. I actually took this job that was supposed to be 90 days through a contract, and it's been 17 years later and I'm still working for the same company doing appeals. But appeals nurses actually write documents to support the hospital stay. So many of these insurance companies will deny claims because perhaps protocol wasn't followed. However, if you arrive in a hospital setting and you can't speak to me because of your medical condition, how can I get your insurance information? And so it's things like that that I have to write in support of the person such that the bill will get paid. I think that's about it. So as you can see, just little old me has had a laundry list of things that I've done, and I was not a person who jumped around, but I always had two jobs at one time. I think that was a little bit of security, as well as I kind of laugh now when I see you all, many of the newer nurses who are getting their bag. We did the exact same thing, but we didn't call it getting our bag. We were just like, we want a mission. And so we want a mission for the vacations and, whatever it was that we want, the home and all those things like that. So good luck. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Students, want you all to know that there's various options out there. And if something doesn't work, pivot.